In this video, we're going to learn how to set up and solve proportions. So a proportion is a mathematical term for something that we've already been doing, but it means an equation where you have two ratios that are set equal to each other, and you have one unknown quantity. Usually we show that unknown quantity with a variable. So let's just kind of draw what this looks like. So you'd have some number in fraction form equal to some other ratio in fraction form, and you're going to have like an x somewhere on there showing which part is unknown. In the last video, we just used a question mark and we sort of just thought about it. This time, we're going to use an x and make things a little bit more formal. But otherwise, this is exactly the same stuff. All right, so for our first example, Connor can run 2 miles in 17 minutes. How far can he run in 34 minutes? So let's set up our proportion. That's the same thing as saying let's set up our equivalent ratios. So first we have 2 miles in 17 minutes, and that's equivalent to how many miles, except instead of putting that question mark, we're going to say that's equivalent to X number of miles, some unknown number of miles. That's equivalent to X miles in 34 minutes. And the nice thing about using variables is we don't actually have to include the units on that part. We'll include it in the very end in our answer instead. I'll center that a little bit more. All right, but our solving method is the same. So we look at the two parts that we know, the 17 and the 34, and we say that, oh, that's twice as much. If we aren't sure, then we could do 34 divided by 17 and see that that does give us 2, which means that this also has to be double, which means that x equals 4, or 4 miles. So Connor can run 4 miles in 34 minutes. Now the numbers don't always work out quite as nice as this. So let's do one in the next example where the math's a little bit trickier. So on our next example, a recipe calls for 7 cups of sugar for every 10 cups of flour. If you use 25 cups of flour, how much sugar do you need to add? Pause now and set up the ratio. Then press play and we'll solve together. So hopefully your work looks like this. It's really important to note that I put the sugar on the top, which means that this unknown amount is also on the top, and I put flour on the bottom for both. So I want you to write down, as you write down everything, that you always must make sure that your units match. So put the same variable, same units, the same, I don't mean the same, I mean on the top or bottom. So if flour's on the top, then flour needs to stay on the top for both. All right, so now let's solve it. So the part that we know is the 10 and the 25. So 10 times what gives me 25? Maybe I don't know that right off the top of my head. Well, how can we figure it out? We can work backwards. We can divide. We can do 25 divided by 10. We could even do some long division if we couldn't do that right away. 10 doesn't go into 2, but it does go into 25 twice, leaving me with 20. We know how to do this now with decimals. 10 goes into 55 times. My decimal stays up top. 2.5 times. That's not my answer. That's just how many times bigger I need to make it. So times 2.5, and then I need to do 7 times 2.5. And when I do that, I get 17.5. So that means that x equals 17.5. So there are 17.5 cups of sugar. All right, now it's time for your practice problem. So if the ratio of dogs to cats is 9 to 10 in a given area, and we know that there are 180 dogs around, then about how many cats are there? Set up your ratio. Make sure to be really careful about where you put dogs and cats to keep it the same on both sides of the equal sign. And then solve for the missing variable. We'll check this in class tomorrow.